Right now, somewhere in the world, a team of just 3 people is quietly building something that will outperform a billion-dollar corporation. No headquarters, no thousands of employees, no endless meetings, just a laptop, AI, and speed. And by the time big companies notice, it's already too late, because this isn't a loud disruption. It's silent, invisible, and unstoppable. Today, I'll show you how small AI teams are quietly toppling corporations and why this shift could be the biggest opportunity and threat of this decade. And before we go deeper, remember to subscribe to Business and AI, where you'll learn about financial markets and powerful strategies to improve your finances and take your business to the next level using AI. The silent shift. For decades, power in business followed a predictable pattern. The biggest companies dominated, the ones with the most employees, the largest offices, the biggest budgets. They controlled the market. If you were small, you didn't compete. You survived. But something has changed. Quietly, gradually, and now, dramatically. We are entering a new era where size is no longer the ultimate advantage, where small, intelligent teams are becoming more efficient than massive organizations, and where speed is beginning to outperform scale. This shift is not being announced on the news every day. It's not trending constantly. It's happening behind the scenes, in small rooms, on laptops, inside workflows powered by AI. This is the silent takeover. Section 1. The collapse of traditional advantages. There was a time when large corporations had unbeatable advantages. They had more capital. They could hire the best talent. They had distribution networks, brand recognition, infrastructure. They could outspend and outlast almost anyone. But those advantages are eroding, not because corporations are failing, but because technology is leveling the playing field. AI is removing the need for large teams. Tasks that once required entire departments now require a well-designed system. Customer support, automated. Marketing campaigns, generated and optimized by AI. Content production, scaled infinitely with the right tools. Data analysis, instant. Decision-making, faster than ever. This means something critical. The gap between small teams and large corporations is shrinking fast. Section 2. The rise of the AI-powered team. Let's understand what a small AI-powered team actually looks like. It's not 10 people. Sometimes it's 5. Sometimes it's 3. Sometimes it's just one person. But what they have is leverage. They use AI to write faster, think faster, execute faster, test faster, and scale faster. A single operator can now create marketing campaigns, analyze competitors, build landing pages, write copy, generate content, respond to customers, launch products, and optimize performance, all within days. What used to take months now takes hours. What used to cost thousands now costs almost nothing. And this changes the economics of business, because when costs drop and speed increases, new players enter the market, and they move aggressively. Section 2.5, the AI stack that replaces teams. Let's make this real. When we say a small AI team, what does that actually mean? It means replacing entire departments with a stack of tools working together. Think of it like this. Instead of hiring a copywriter, a designer, a marketer, a data analyst, a customer support agent, you build a system, an AI stack, where each part handles a function. For example, one system generates content daily. Another handles customer conversations automatically. Another analyzes performance and suggests improvements. Another creates ads and tests variations instantly. And the most powerful part? These systems don't get tired. They don't slow down. They improve over time. This is what corporations are competing against now. Not just people, but intelligent systems. Section 3. Why corporations can't keep up. Now you might ask, why don't large corporations just do the same? The answer is simple. They can, but they struggle to, because they are not designed for speed. They are designed for control. Large companies operate with approval layers, departments, committees, internal processes, risk management systems. legal reviews, brand consistency checks. Every action passes through multiple filters, and every filter slows things down. Innovation inside a corporation is not just about having a good idea. It's about getting that idea approved and implemented and aligned with the entire organization. Meanwhile, a small AI team doesn't ask for permission. They just execute. This difference in speed creates a massive advantage. Section 3.5, the bureaucracy trap. There's something even more dangerous inside large companies. It's called the bureaucracy trap. At first, structure creates efficiency, but over time, it creates friction. More approvals, more processes, more delays. Eventually, the system becomes so heavy that even simple actions take weeks. Now, compare that to a small AI team. They see an opportunity. They test it the same day. They launch within days, while the corporation is still discussing it in meetings. This is not a small difference. This is a structural disadvantage. And structure is very hard to change once it grows. Section 4, the speed gap. Speed is no longer a bonus. It's the main advantage. Imagine two competitors. One takes 3 months to launch a product. The other takes 1 week. In 3 months, the fast team has already launched, improved, tested multiple versions, and optimized their offer, while the slow company is still preparing. Now imagine this happening continuously, week after week, month after month. The gap becomes impossible to close. This is what AI enables: continuous acceleration. And corporations are not built for continuous acceleration. They are built for stability. And stability becomes a weakness in fast-changing environments. Section 4.5, the compounding effect of speed. Here's where things get exponential. Speed doesn't just give you an advantage once. It compounds. If you move twice as fast, you don't just get twice the results. You get more experiments, more feedback, more data, more learning, and better decisions. Over time, this creates a massive gap because the fast team is not just ahead. They are improving faster than you can catch up. This is why some companies seem to appear out of nowhere and suddenly dominate. They didn't get lucky. They moved faster for longer. Section 5, how the silent takeover actually happens. This takeover doesn't look dramatic. There are no headlines saying, "Small team destroys corporation overnight." Instead, it happens quietly, step by step. A small AI team launches a better solution. It's faster, cheaper, more responsive. Customers start noticing. At first, only a few switch. Then more. Then many. The corporation sees a small drop in performance. But they don't react immediately because the threat seems small. But the small team keeps improving. Every day, every week, using AI, optimizing everything. By the time the corporation realizes what's happening, the small team is no longer small. They've captured attention, revenue, market share, and momentum. And momentum is extremely hard to stop. Section 5.5, the invisible competitor problem. Here's something most corporations don't see coming. Their biggest competitor doesn't look like a competitor. It's small, unknown, quiet. It doesn't appear in reports. It doesn't show up in market analysis. It's invisible until it's not. And by the time it becomes visible, it already has customers, revenue, momentum. This is a new threat, not the obvious competitor, but the invisible one. Section 6, the new business model. We are witnessing the emergence of a new type of company, a lean company, a fast company, an AI native company. These companies are built differently. They don't rely on large teams. They rely on systems. They automate processes from the beginning. They design workflows that scale without hiring. They focus on output, not activity. They measure results, not hours worked. And most importantly, they move fast. These companies don't try to look big. They try to be effective, and effectiveness wins. Section 6.5, the death of linear growth. Traditional companies grow linearly. They hire more people, increase capacity slowly, expand step by step. But AI companies grow differently. They grow exponentially. because systems scale instantly. If something works, they don't need to hire 10 more people. They just increase output. That means growth is no longer limited by team size. And this breaks the old model of business expansion. Section 7, the hidden advantage, leverage. At the center of this shift is one concept: leverage. Leverage means doing more with less. Less time, less money, less effort. AI is the ultimate leverage tool because it multiplies your ability to produce. A small team with leverage can outperform a large team without it. This is why the balance of power is changing. Not because small teams are working harder, but because they are working smarter. They are multiplying their output. And in business, output wins. Section 7.5, the skill shift. This shift is also changing what skills matter. Before, value came from experience, specialization, years in industry. Now, value is shifting toward adaptability, speed of learning, system thinking, execution. The person who learns fast now beats the person who knows a lot, because tools are evolving constantly, and those who adapt quickly stay ahead. Section 8, opportunity for those who act early. Right now, we are in a rare window where individuals and small teams can compete at a level that was previously impossible. You don't need millions of dollars. You don't need a large team. You don't need years of infrastructure. What you need is understanding, execution, and speed. If you learn how to use AI effectively, you can start a business faster, test ideas faster, reach customers faster, generate revenue faster, and scale faster. This is one of the biggest opportunities of our time. But like every opportunity, it won't last forever. Section 9, the risk of doing nothing. There is also a risk, a big one. If you ignore this shift, you don't stay in the same place. You fall behind. Because while you are thinking, others are building. While you are hesitating, others are launching. While you are waiting, others are scaling. And the gap grows silently until one day it becomes visible. And by then, it may be too late to catch up. Section 10, how to position yourself. So what should you do? First, start learning AI tools. Not casually, but seriously. Understand how they work. Experiment daily. Second, focus on building systems, not just working harder. Create workflows that save time, that automate tasks, that increase output. Third, move fast. Don't wait for perfection. Launch, test, improve, repeat. Fourth, think like a small team. Even if you're alone, act with speed, act with flexibility, act with focus. And finally, stay adaptable. Because this space is evolving quickly, the tools will change, the strategies will evolve, but those who stay flexible will always have the advantage. Ending. Right now, small AI teams are building in silence. No headlines, no noise, no attention, but underneath, they are growing faster, smarter, stronger, and one by one, they are toppling giants. The question is not whether this will happen. It's already happening. The real question is, will you adapt in time? Or will you be replaced by those who do? If you found this valuable, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share it with someone who needs to see this. Because the future is moving fast. Those who understand it early win.